How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Enclave, South Africa's premier firearms education channel. So today we are back with another range review. It is going to be the Safari Outdoor Rivonia branch. Yeah, a little bit of a ups and downs review this because I do have a lot of cons, but I potentially want to work at one of their branches in the future, so I'm going to try and make this as easy to handle for them as physically possible. But anyways, let us get into the intro, and then we will get into, obviously, the range tour. Well, gun shop tour, whatever, you know what I mean.
Two, one.
And we are back. So, I guess we can start with a few of the pros, and then I suppose we can get into the cons, and then we can pretty much at that point just, I suppose, chat. I do have a lot of footage. I did pretty much wander around the entire place, so yeah. So, some of the pros. As you will see from the footage here, this is not a little place, especially the Rivonia branch. If you are looking for any form of kit, if you're looking for any form of gear, clothing, I mean, in the scuba industry we call it soft gear, things that, you can buy no matter who you are for whatever you need, hats, clothing, shoes, boots, hell, ghillie suits. You can pretty much get any form of, gear that you need to go on a hunting trip. And then, of course, you get into your hard gear, like your rifles and things like that, ammunition, which, of course, they stock as well. But as you can see here in the beginning, they have an absolutely massive selection of knives, clothing, glasses, belts, hats. I mean, they've got literally a double-sided rack of hats, and as you can see right there, yeah, there's hats all over the shelving, like all over the tops of the racks there. You've got more hats. So, yeah. One of the other really nice perks or pros, I guess you could say, of this place is the decor. I mean, I've been into a few gun shops slash gun ranges that are really dark, dingy, little holes in the wall where there really is no effort, no intention or anything put into sort of any of the decor, any of the aesthetics of the place. And I mean, I understand that, we're all big boys and girls here. We don't need pretty wallpaper and whatnot in a shooting range or in a gun shop or whatnot. But, it is still nice to feel like you're, I don't know, welcome. It sort of, I guess, is the best way to put it. Yeah, you will have seen there that we had some skeet equipment, which is pretty cool. I must admit, I wasn't really under the impression that just anybody, anywhere, could just walk into a shop and buy a clay pigeon launcher or a skeet launcher. I wasn't aware of that. So, hey, I did learn that from this little trip to the store here. As you can see, we've also got a bunch of fishing gear. And that's like what I was saying earlier, is that you really can get everything. Fishing, hunting, skinning, anything you want to do out in the wilderness, you're probably going to be able to find the gear you need for it here. And that really is one of the major perks of especially the Rivonia branch, is that it is an extremely large store. But yeah, that sort of leads us into one of our negatives, which we will get to shortly. But yeah, we've got our ammunition section here. They have quite a large reloading section. They have quite a good range of reloading components and things like that. As far as the actual ammunition goes, we get to another downside, is that they only had one brand of 9mm ammo, and it was brand spanking new, never fired Fiochi Full Metal Jacket ammo. I mean, and it literally cost us, I think, like 500 Rand for a box of 50 rounds. So that was kind of the downside. Yeah, is that for 9mm they literally had one option, and you know, I really don't mind spending good money for good ammo for good reasons. But when you're putting holes in paper, honestly, I'm happy with reloads. I actually don't mind a couple of malfunctions because, I mean, obviously within reason, but obviously it gives you a chance to practice your tap rack and assess. It gives you the opportunity to experience a malfunction while shooting. You're not going to experience a malfunction with Fiochi ammo. That is just what it is. But yeah, we have some really awesome reloading equipment here. I won't lie. This is one of the first stores that I've been in that had a massive reloading section where you get to see all the presses, all the powders, all the, like, everything. I mean, we have casings, brand new, once fired, like literally everything you could possibly want for reloading is here, and you can look at it, you can touch it. I mean, you guys would have seen me cycle the one press there because I honestly wanted to feel it. I wanted to see, you know, what cycling it felt like, because, you know, it's one thing to watch someone else do it, it's another thing to see it on YouTube and whatnot, but to actually get to cycle a specific model of a reloading press is the best way to see how it feels, you know. It just is what it is. But yeah, let's maybe get into a couple of negatives. I'm trying to think of other positives. I mean, it's a beautiful store. They have a wide range of a lot of items. The staff is friendly, but... And then I guess we can use that as a segue to get into some of the cons. So, I phone all of the rangers that I go to ahead of time. A, to make sure that they're okay with me filming in there. And B, to make sure that I don't have to book any range time, so that we can walk in, do our tests of our firearms, do our recordings, and, you know, not have any issues. I did call them on the Wednesday. The staff member I spoke to told me that there was no issue with me just coming in on Saturday and coming to shoot and whatever, not a problem. And then we got there on Saturday, and again got told by two separate employees at the downstairs section where we were just at that, yeah, of course, you can go up and go shoot. Just to get upstairs here to the range and be told, no, you have to book, and we're booked solid for the next week. So that basically meant that we had to go back the very next week and actually go and shoot. So yeah, that was a little disappointing because it was out of the way. We planned for it, we prepared for it, we packed stuff, you know, we had all the cameras and all that sort of stuff, just to end up basically, you know, being turned away. I did just quickly want to add, we did have someone pretty much counting down every minute we were on the range, so that did kind of suck. But yeah, so that was the one issue, is that you do have to book ahead of time, whereas most of the other ranges we've gone to, we actually haven't had that issue. In fact, we've specifically been told not to make bookings because, yeah, it irritates people when lanes get left open because people are left well, are late for bookings and things like that, you know. So yeah, was a little bit disappointing to have that issue, but like I said, it is what it is. Then we get back to obviously the issue of the staff, which is where we segued with. Um, Surely the staff know that the range is booked like weeks in advance. So why did multiple staff members tell me that that it would be cool to just rock up and shoot, and then subsequently just go upstairs and shoot? You know, surely everyone knows that the range is booked a week solid. Like, surely that's something you know as an employee there, or maybe not. Maybe the departments are so segregated that you don't actually get to know what's happening at the range. But I mean, anyways, it is what it is, like I say. Yeah, then onto the ammo. I mean, like I said before, I'm all for, you know, spending money. I understand that shooting is not a cheap hobby, not in the least. But when you go to pay $500 a box, and then you buy multiple boxes to review guns, and it's costing you $500 a box versus $200 a box for some plinking reloads, you know, that is something that burns me every single time. And in fact, the next range review we actually ended up walking away losing 150 Rand range booking because the only options they had for rifle ammunition was upwards of 1,000 Rand for a couple of shots. And honestly, at that point, firstly, you can't properly review a weapon in 2 bullets. And then on top of that, when it's costing 1,000 Rand to do a review for a single weapon, and that was before the range booking of 150 and before the gun rental of 250. So you're looking at almost 1,500 Rand to poorly review a single firearm. We walked away. We honestly, I didn't feel like it was the right move for the channel. We are going to be setting up Patreon. That is probably going to be live as of next week. And honestly, once we've got funds and things coming in from there, then things like that will be a no-brainer, you know. But at this point, I've got to put food on the table. I've got to, you know, keep things going in the real world. And yeah, spending 1,000 Rand to review one gun, or close to 2,000 Rand to review one gun, is just something that honestly the channel cannot afford to do at this point. We are not like the bigger YouTube channels, GunTube channels with many Patreons and many donations and sponsors and all those things. We're still growing, so those bigger reviews are going to have to wait. But anyways, I think that's pretty much that. Overall, like I say, I have just as many pros with this place as I have cons. It is a beautiful store. But yeah, you should definitely go check it out if you're in the area. If you want to go shoot there, definitely make a booking. And then yeah, that's pretty much that. As always, if you've enjoyed, please like, comment, share and subscribe. And check out another video here at the end. Otherwise, peace out.